What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is an exciting day because we are finally getting to do something to the interior of the Tacoma. So we are going to be headed to Black Sheep Audio. It's a local shop here. Obviously they are an audio shop. So what we're doing today is kind of part one of two of the audio upgrade on the Tacoma. So the very first one is going to be sound deadening. And I have a meter here that I want to show you guys how big of a difference it makes with sound deadening. And this is not just any sound deadening product. This is kind of cool because it's actually a template. It's pre-cut to the Tacoma specifically. So everything is already cut and laid out, and you pretty much just have to peel and stick. So it's kind of plug and play ish, I guess, as far as sound deadening could get, I guess. But with that being said, I'm going to show you guys a couple things with the sound meter and head to the shop. This is the sound meter that I was mentioning. It's pretty cool. It measures dBA, or the decibels, how loud things are. So as you can see, as I'm talking and how when I raise my voice, it spikes up a little bit. So I'm going to show you what the decibels are just being parked here. We got the main street right there with, look at all those Tacomas or Toyotas, and street over there. So I'm going to stop talking. So as you can see, it's around 40 to 60 decibels. With that truck that was braking earlier, jumped it up to 60, and as I'm talking right now, it's around 60 to 70. So there is a lot of road noise and just noise that come through these walls, the doors, the windows. So I'm gonna show you what it sounds like when I start my truck. So the exhaust is pretty much just as loud as the noise outside. So we're around 50 decibels when the truck is just idling. So the exhaust, as you guys know from my previous video, I do have the Stroman exhaust currently on there. It's a really nice low exhaust sound. It's really nice because it doesn't get any high pitch when I get to a higher RPM, which is really nice. So it's around 60 decibels when I'm just driving through here, 60, 70. So you saw there, got to maybe about 80. And this mic is facing towards the front of the vehicle. I wonder if that would change if I were to face it towards the back. But since I'm driving, I can't really do that because I'm recording with one hand and driving with the other. So I'm gonna see if I can do it off camera, and if it does change, I'll try to show you guys. But we're heading to Black Sheep Audio right now, so we'll see you guys when we get there. So we are gonna do one last test. So right now we are parked, and it's about 46 decibels. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna rev the engine just a little bit while we're parked here and see what it sounds like before we do the sound deadening and then after. So I'm gonna bring it up to maybe, let's try 3,000 RPM. So that's 4,000. So 4,000 RPM, we're around 60 decibels. So that's not too bad. It's a lot better than when we were driving, which was around 70 to 80 averagely. So that's pretty good. So we're at the front side of Black Sheep Audio now. So when you first get here, see their door. Come inside. Real nice place. This is pretty cool too. Gloss black. So as I mentioned, they do work mainly on Toyotas and Subaru. And yeah, it's a pretty cool place here. Let's go check out the back. Where the Tacoma is where we entered. Yeah, like I mentioned, we're going to be working on the sound deadening on this car. Show you guys the difference in a little bit, but that's going to be changed in a little bit. So let's get started. So, some quick thoughts of the sound deadenings. I like it. I can definitely hear less road noise, less bumps, less car traffic, stuff like that on the road. And another thing is that I didn't switch out my speakers or anything, but when I turned my stereo on, I didn't have to turn my volume as high, so that was also a plus. So super cool there. But we're gonna try to replicate the same test we did before. So I'm gonna stop talking and see what this thing records. So let's say 47, and before, I don't remember what it was. I think it was anywhere between 50 to 66 decibels. So it dropped about 10 to 16 roughly. And we still do have traffic driving. And one thing to note is that this mic is pointing forward, so it does record more of noise from the front, especially coming through the window. So if you see here, if I turn this to the side, it's going to record more of the side. So we're at 48 right there, 47, 46 right there. So it does record a little bit less noise when it's actually facing inward towards the vehicle. So like right there, it's only 40, 46. So yeah, let's go ahead and go for a drive and see what we get as far as results. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop on that same highway, and this road always has traffic, so it's pretty much the same amount of noise throughout the entire day, just because the highway's right there and we always have cars. But from personal reference, I can already tell that this is a big help. So if you saw on screen there, the highest was 87 versus 95 that we had last time. So that's what, 8 decibels less. So that's really good, actually, considering that we are recording from pretty much the same position. But overall, I think we dropped at least 8 decibels, and that's a lot. It may not sound like a lot, but as far as noise and sound goes, 8 decibels is a lot. And the reason I know that is because when we're editing these videos and we drop it 2 decibels, that's a lot of sound, less sound that's already coming through. Alright guys, so the main reason of getting sound deadening installed obviously is because we are doing a sound system, like I mentioned earlier in the video. So this is going to be part 1 of 2. So 1 is to reduce the noise that comes from outside environment, like road traffic or like road noise, traffic and stuff like that. And then 2, when we do upgrade our speakers, it keeps the sound inside and we don't lose any of the sounds through the doors. So the sound quality is going to improve a lot with sound deadening. So even though it doesn't sound like we're doing much now, it's going to be a huge improvement when we actually get this sound system in. But for demonstration purposes, I do want to show you guys what about 8 decibels sounds like from normal. So this here is normal, and we're going to switch it now where it's 8 decibels less. So now this here is 8 decibels less. So this here is quieter. Can you hear me? So that's the difference. If you guys can tell the difference, it's a lot. 8 decibels doesn't sound like a lot, but it is. Let's take a step outside and I'll show you guys what it sounds like with a stock Tacoma with no sound deadening installed and with. So let's go. So next to me here we have Brandon's Tacoma. It's also a 3rd generation, but obviously I don't think he has sound deadening. Hopefully he doesn't, then that way we can actually compare this side by side. So my truck, Brandon's truck. Okay, there's that one. So you can kind of tell there. I'll get closer with the mic. That one sounds kind of hollow, where that one sounds completely solid. So that is the big side-by-side comparison right there. And back here too, that one completely. So yeah, this is going to be part 1 of 2. Stay tuned for the rest of the video when we actually get everything installed as far as the subwoofer, the speakers and everything. But yeah, that's it for this video. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.